Congratulations to UConn. I thought they were tremendous defensively. We felt some momentum and confidence coming into this game, catching a break a little bit with Edwards being out, but just could never find our rhythm offensively.
Questions? Dom.
Coach Dom Amori from the Hartford Current. What did UConn do specifically to compensate for Aaliyah not being out? Did they give you some different look that maybe you weren't expecting, or what did they show?
No, I think the way their guards can get up in pressure and, blow up some of your offense, I think that's always been, when they're at their best, what it looks like. And I thought, as much as we didn't have turnovers in the first half, we only had 2, we didn't have a lot of rhythm and flow. I thought we were a little bit just unsure with our reads. I thought we had open shots and just couldn't see it. And then when we got them, weren't able to make them. It's kind of a weird game. There's a lot of air balls and shots coming off the rim for both teams at times. So, I thought their pressure. They've been switching all year with a lot of screening stuff, and I thought they did a really nice job with that. And then Paige was obviously tremendous. Just consistent and taking advantage of every single one of our mistakes on the defensive end. And I thought we could still make a little bit of a run after halftime, and just for whatever reason, it went the wrong direction.
Question up front from Brad.
Hi, Coach. Brad Lake from WNBA Swish. With all the huge competition in the Big East this year, now that the tourney is done, can you speak of, do you think that your team has made a strong enough case to the selection committee to be in the big dance?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're deserving of being in the NCAA tournament. Our body of work, 23 wins for our program. Non-conference, we went out and beat Illinois, who was preseason ranked, Arkansas, Boston College. Consistently put up, good net numbers all year. Obviously, Connecticut has not been nice to us all year, which happens to a lot of teams, I guess. And then, for us, the losses we had in conference were all by 5-6 points or less. And so, again, tough losses, teams that obviously really know you well. But I think, setting us up for the tournament, I think we got a great veteran group. I think we have a style that's tricky to guard. I think our body of work and, just the consistency of what we've done this year makes us very worthy.
Question from Roger in front left.
Roger Cleveland from the Waterboro Republican American. Coach, what exactly is it that makes Paige so difficult? I mean, she just seemed to weave through so many players and get up the shots that she wanted.
I mean, when you lose Edwards for today, you know where they're going. You know she's going to take probably a few more shots. How dangerous she can be. We tried to get out and hedge and pressure a little bit more and make her become a passer. What I thought she was really good at is getting downhill before we even got to the ball screen at times. I know coaches always preaching to them about their movement, and I thought she just was completely under control the entire game. That's how she's always been. That's why she's so good. I know I'm biased. I think she's, if not one of the best players, top 2 in the country, just because of how she impacts a game and makes other people better. She's so fluid. Like yesterday we played Olsen, and the way she changes paces and dribbles all the time, is a little bit different because they're still big time scorers, but she does it with less dribbles, and the way she can pass the ball in her supporting cast. So, it's just phenomenal to see. I mean, not being on the other side of it, obviously, today, but the way she just orchestrates their offense and timely plays. You can watch her in the middle of the game give confidence to her teammates just by being poised and versatile. So she's tremendous, and then her rebounding. And you think about this, she's playing, huge minutes. She doesn't get much of a break. So it's even more respectable what she's doing with that.
Question in the back right corner.
Hey, Coach. Azar Johnson from NBA Online. I have a quick question. Considering the loss today, and I'm pretty sure postseason play is in your future, right around the corner, are you concerned about the players? Sometimes when you get a loss like this, it might take a win out of your team, but then sometimes you might go back and look at it and say this is more of a motivation for us to get better coming in the postseason play right around the corner.
Yeah, I think this game is I mean, every year we're in this, 4-5 and playing. I mean, every year I've been in the league, but it's the first year when Connecticut wasn't in the league, we play them 3 times. It's really difficult. We've clipped them off one time, and the other ones have been really difficult. So, it's just different than some of the other teams in our league. So we'll be ready to go. I think the great thing, we have spring break here coming up, so we'll give the girls a few days off and mentally, physically take a little bit of a break. And then this is the fun time where, like, you just get practice with no opponent. It's like a coach's dream. So just getting them better, getting them hungry, like work on some of the things that obviously didn't go well today. And it's, I mean, hopefully the players will feel the same way, but it's awesome for a coach when you get a little bit more time just to be with them and extra time with the Jordan King and some of your vets. So I'm confident we'll be okay.
Question from Doug, second row on the left. Oh, sorry. Oh, they threw a curveball at me. Emily, go ahead.
Emily Addams from the Hartford Courant. Just how did you guys prepare for a player like Brady that you haven't seen a ton of on film or in games this year? And how did you feel like she and Liza kind of navigated that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been trying to get Brady ready to go for more minutes. And, I think with their system, though, she just played her role. She kept the ball moving. She got into their little flip handoff. She ball screened. I thought her defense was really good, just big and physical, behind Liza. And, that's why they're, the best program in college basketball history, because those kids are ready to step up, and they fought so much adversity this year. Even what Gino's done, with all the injuries earlier in the season to kind of transform with those young kids. And I know I try and take a little bit of a lesson anytime, to learn how do you get your kids to step up differently. And I thought she was great. She didn't have to do too much, just be solid, and sometimes that's good enough with the other players around you.
Now we'll go to Doug.
Hey, Coach, Doug Feinberg, the AP. You've been around the game for a while as a player and as a coach. Can you remember a time that there's the excitement there is right now, it seems, for women's basketball across the board? I mean, the great players, the great teams, just it seems there's a different feel this year than there's been probably that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, the old saying, if you invest in it, people will come, whether that's monetarily, whether it's getting people in the stands. I just think the star power is at its best. I just can't believe, even in our gym too, back in Milwaukee, just the little kids who are coming out, boys and girls who are just obsessed with our players and just want their autographs. And so small moments like that, and even like whether it's Paige and people traveling hundreds of miles, or Caitlin Clark, like to see them or maybe get a picture, it's phenomenal. And somehow, hopefully when, Caitlin and Paige move on to the WNBA, we'll have the next wave of stars coming in, and we don't stop the momentum. Because just even, on the micro level where we are out in the Midwest, it's getting there, right? And it's, they love Jordan King, they love Liza Carlin, Kenzie Hare, like you can't believe it. So I'm so happy to be a part of it. And so even like when you have a day like today where you're just like, golly, you just, you're not happy, just to see again the UConn fans come out and support their program. And if we can keep it contagious, keep pumping the money into it, keep celebrating those women who have deserved it for decades, I think we're in a really good place.
Question up top in the back.
Hi, Kristen Parisi, the Marquette Wire. Hi, Coach. So out of the 2 games in this entire weekend, what will you take in going into postseason? Just like in general, what do you take from this weekend, the good, the bad, just everything?
The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I was just thrilled about our win yesterday, and Nova had our number a little bit, but just the way we figured out how to win, and defensively we were really good, and then we were confident coming in today, and sometimes the game of basketball doesn't turn out the way you wanted, and like I answered before, like we'll reset ourselves, get some rest. I love my team. There's some interesting stats on here. We'll probably rip up the stat sheet, not worry about it. We probably broke some records for the wrong reasons, but I think there's a lot of things to be proud about with this team, and some of the internal stuff when kids are banged up and things that we try not to like publicly talk about, just to keep it in house. Like we've battled through a lot, and so to get 23 wins and the consistency, we have a lot to be proud of, and we'll build that momentum this week.